folks, how's it going? So the T26E5 just dropped about 2 days ago in World of Tanks, and I picked one up, and not the Patriot version, of course, because I'm on the NA server and I want to save some money for my college education. And it is quite the overpowered premium, I have to say. It's basically, for those of you that know, it's a Pershing with better penetration, better armor, better mobility. It's basically a Pershing with better mobility, better armor, and fires APCR as premium. And what made them think that this was a good idea to put into the game is beyond me, but it's in here, so may as well get it and have some fun. That's my opinion anyway. Now, this tank, and I just shot an IS there, set it on fire. He's roasting very well. But this tank, it basically is the T32 turret, which means that it's not going to be penetrated from the front very easily. Especially since the cupola itself it's not really a weak spot, eh? It's angled and it's armored in such a way that if you're firing upwards of, well, 230 millimeters of penetration into it, it still won't go in. And I say that because a lot of people have bought these tanks, don't know why. And I've been shooting them in the cupolas with the standard penetration, which is 230. And I've been having trouble going through the cupolas. Now, you may think that since it's an American heavy tank, you can always just fire in the hull. But it's 152 millimeters thick and angled in such a way that it's actually a pretty tough nut to crack. Even more so since the machine gun port on the left-hand side there isn't a weak spot at all. So, yeah, you kind of have to flank this thing or get it in its one weak spot, which is the unangled lower plate. So, that's how you know how to beat it. And this is a replay. I platooned with one of my friends. He was in the Prius, the FV4202. He actually got that thing for free, eh? When the every other server had to grind for it, and the NA just kind of gave it out. So he just got it. But yeah, so I'm platooning with him, and we're on Swamp right now. And I know I didn't show very much, but it was basically the standard heavy tank grind. They all pushed south. We got shots into them. And that was it. Now, we're chewing them up pretty well, and we managed to get some side shots into a 5100 there, and my friend finished him off. And now it's time to go in for the kill. They're all on low enough health that it'll take maybe 1 or 2 shots each to finish them off. Now there's the Patriot version. It is exactly the same as the one I'm driving, except it has a preset American flag camo on it. Now I'm from Canada, so I don't really, want that very much, so yeah. So here we go. Let's see if we can hunt some heavies. Put our penetration to the test against no knee. So it really depends where their guns are going to be hiding at this point in time. We can sneak behind the T-34 and get a better angle on the Oni. He just angles his turret as we shoot, so it bounces off, but he fired. So we can put a shot into his unangled side, which is only about 70-something millimeters thick, if I remember correctly. Probably going to be wrong, because I've never driven those Japanese heavies. But their sides are very, very juicy indeed. And we come up against our rival. Now there's an AT-15A up there. Now it has high DPM, very low penetration, and it's going to show off how tough the upper plate is. So the Patriot tries to ram our friendly spare panzer, and the shots are going to start coming in from the AT-15A. Tries to track us, one shot goes in, misses the other one, and then they just keep bouncing off the upper plate. 152 millimeter angled upper plate. Very, very nice. So now we're a little bit stuck. The enemy team has taken the north, and we're kind of thinned out along the south. They have a platoon of Walker Bulldogs, which are very, very, very good players. And they're going to give us some trouble. Now the aim time on this gun, it actually is very good DPM. It doesn't really show up in the replay, but this thing shoots once every 5.9 seconds, and that's with vents, that's with Brothers in Arms, that's with all that stuff. So I'm pretty sure I haven't maxed out. Now the damage per minute on this thing is about 2,000. It's very, very close to the FCM50T, and is very, very close mobility to the FCM50T as well, with a nearly impenetrable turret. Now the only downside to having this over the FCM50T is that the FCM has premium matchmaking and this does not. Now this will meet tier 10s, but the 230 millimeters of penetration means that you're not going to do too badly. I mean, the Pershing is like, what, 190 base pen? And that's usually viewed as a very, very nice medium tank. So there's one of the Walker Bulldogs. Now the accuracy is 0.38, so it... Just remember that shot, okay? Actually, just remember all of the shots coming up against these Walker Bulldogs. My friend finishes off the other Walker Bulldog, and this shot right here is the difference between the outcomes of this game. Okay, now let's carry on from here. The 59 Patton is coming up to flank us along with the VK301D. Now we can easily penetrate the VK and we roll for average damage for an IMO gun. And we managed to bounce, it looks like a heat round from the 59 Patton, but we're eating shots in the butt from the Walker Bulldog. It looks like he's coming around, and Server Reticle makes us miss that. Some valuable time, which we could have spent on the 59 Patton. 59 Patton puts another shot into us. It starts to take away our health. Now, it's 2 against 1. And the 59 Patton was buffed recently as well, so it's a pretty good medium tank. Now he's trying to draw us around the corner because he knows that there's an M41 down there. And he can just keep kiting us around this hill for as long as he wants. So we decide to split up. Artillery takes a speculative shot at me there. So we decide to split up, and he tries to go for my friend in the FE4202, and I try to flank. So I put a shot into his butt, and I move back so the M41 can no longer shoot me. Now, he's going to kill my friend, so I take a shot, and it bounces off the ass of the 59 Patton, and he was not very happy with me about bouncing that shot, because he had 4 kills, he did quite a bit of damage in this game, and that would have been his first win of the day. So, there's that. So now it's just me against T26E5 and the T26E5 is on the other side of the map as I am, so he's gonna have to deal with his own problems. Now, he's gonna probably have to deal with an AT-15A and a Crusader SP, so hopefully he can take one of them out. Because if he takes one of them out, then, well, this is not a slow tank. It's not a very fast tank, like it's not a Leopard 1 by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not slow at all. So I can easily get there in time. Then the Walker Bulldog shows up. Now again, if he can take out any one of those, then I could probably take the rest. So I just need him to take out one. Just look at the mobility of this thing. It's going across soft terrain right now, or at least moderately soft terrain. I guess I'm not in the swamp, but it is going upwards of 35, 38 kilometers per hour, and its speed limit's 40, which is the same as Centurion 7-1, if I remember correctly. So this thing is very similar in mobility to a Centurion 7-1. Has the turret armor of T-32, a DPM higher than a Pershing, almost as high as an FCM50T, and even decent frontal armor. Like, this is a very, very good tank. Alright, Crusader SP spotted. Now those things have very fast reloads and very fast aiming times, which means even if he fires, he's not going to be taking much time at all to reload. Probably about 8-9 seconds. Now the 1815A is spotted by the T25-2 over on the other side, and they exchange some shots. I need to kill this artillery as fast as I can so I can help out the T25-2, but he's gotten flanked by the Walker Bulldog, and he gets killed by the Walker Bulldog, who's still on the same amount of hit points, which I whiffed 2 shots at him before, so yeah. Shoot through the fence and kill the artillery. And here is where I make probably my biggest mistake of the game. I start bouncing shots in the AT-15A, and I keep moving forward trying to angle behind this rock. And the AT-15A is never going to be able to challenge my armor, especially even if I side scrape, because it might be 70 millimeters of armor, but if I side scrape lightly, then he won't be able to go through that side. Now, what I didn't count on, which was very stupid of me, was the Walker Bulldog, because it only takes one more shot for me to kill this AT-15A, which misses obviously, but the very first shot of the Walker Bulldog damages my ammo rack. So it's about a 15-second reload on this gun. If I hadn't been ammo racked, I don't honestly know what would have happened. Hopefully I would have, you know, that last shot on the AT-15A would have gone in. I wouldn't have been able to repair the tracks, but I would have been able to get maybe one more shot into the Walker Bulldog. But this game really came down to the shots earlier on, when I was over down in the back corner. And I missed one shot when he was driving by, and my other shot went low and hit the tracks. Those 2 shots, if put together, could have easily won us this game, and probably even saved the life of the T25-2. But no use crying over spilt milk. That was a very, very fun game, actually. Lots of teamwork with me and my friend. And yeah, it's games like these why I play World of Tanks. You never really know what's going to happen, but as long as you play well, then this Walker Bulldog played well, and even the AT-15A played well. Everybody can have some fun. So that's it from me, and hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and maybe a sub if you did, and hey, I'll do some more of these in the future. And tell me how much you liked it, because it makes my day good. So, see you around guys, keep your wits about you, and I'll see you in the field.